Just about set to go for the the Cycle City Corp NX Legends. And once again, Steve Kesey, Brad Hancock on the front row, ready to go. Chris Rayford in the 88, Jamie Price 008, Red Causey 33, Cameron Patrick in the 20, Danny Wyatt right there qualified good today. He's in the 8 car 7, Brendan Queen the 03, Brian May 22, and Michael Edwards in the top 10. You've got Scotty Edwards the 81, Spencer Saunders the 7, Joe Hendricks Jr. the 30, followed by Sparky West the 99, Randy Monroe Jr., Sean Como, and Bobby Gobble. They all come to life as the green flag will fly in the Cycle City Corp Legends 25-lap race. They make their way between turns 1 and 2. A little bumping and banging going on. A good fight for the second spot. Chris Rayford trying to take it away by the 17 of Brad Hancock, who's got it. And a spin. Chris Rayford spins around the 88. Couple of cars spin around. No harm, though. The 33, Red Causey, he got spun around, too. And they, again, spin around trying to get back underway. Chris Rayford trying to get it turned around in the 88. Had a good qualifying effort today. He's got a fast car. He qualified 3rd. Caution flag is out after we complete or get into 1 lap.
Rayford has 10 convenient locations on the peninsula and 4 locations on the south side. See Chuck Hall in that.
Sean Como also near the rear of the field in 47. And in 1 lap, we'll get back to the green flag. Cycle City Corp sponsoring the Legends division at Langley Speedway for a 25-lap race. It goes by in a hurry. These cars get around the racetrack very, very fast in the Legends. This race to be followed by the Enduro. Still have the 50-50 raffle. And our pace truck driver, Dave Terrell, will take it into the pits, and we'll be underway in just a minute when the green flag from Jimmy Walker will fly. He's our flagman. Here we go, back underway, the green flag flies, and Steve Kesey and Brad Hancock lead the field down into turn 1. Again, Steve Kesey gets a good start to the race, about 2 car lengths ahead of Brad Hancock. Just behind him, it's a good battle back here for 4th and 5th. They're going at it. Brian May, the 22, he's down on the inside in the black machine. Trying to get by the 9 of Michael Edwards. Spencer Saunders now mounting a challenge on Michael Edwards. Scotty Edwards also gets a piece of the action. He is driving the 81. 2 laps completed. The 30 machine trying to move his way back up. Joe Hendricks Jr. Chris Rayford also, the 88 car, had a very good qualifying effort today. The 88 with a spin on the first lap, working his way back up through traffic, as is the 33 of Red Causey. Very close together down the front straightaway. A 25-lap race. Steve Kesey about 4 car lengths ahead of the 17 of Brad Hancock. It's about 10 car lengths back to Danny White in the 8, having a good run tonight, trying to figure out these Legends and doing a good job. Cameron Taco Patrick right there on the inside of Danny makes the pass. Spencer Saunders is going to come with him in the 7 machine. And here goes 22 Brian May. He makes the pass. Spencer Saunders all over the back end of that machine trying to get by and make the pass on Cameron Patrick. Battle for the 3rd spot. Brian May, the 22, right with these guys. He's in 5th. Danny Wyatt back to 6th in the 8 car. Scotty Edwards, the 81, 7th. Joe Hendricks Jr., the 30, is in 8th. Chris Rayford has moved his way all the way back up to 9th. And Red Causey has fought his way back up to 10th. Steve Kesey leads. Brad Hancock, Cameron Patrick, the top 3. Then Spencer Saunders. But Brian May, he's made the pass and moves up. Cameron Patrick back to 5th. 33, Rhett Causey dives underneath the 30 machine. 03 does the same, Brendan Queen. Top two guys have pulled away, Steve Kesey and Brad Hancock. Full straightaway just about back to Spencer Saunders, who's followed very closely by Brian May and Cameron Patrick. Third, fourth, and fifth. Chris Rayford, look at him go, all the way from the rear of the field down to the inside of, it looks like, Scotty Edwards. Rhett Causey gets by Scotty, and so does Brendan Queen, the 03. Chris Rayford with a very fast race car. He now closes to the inside of Danny Wyatt, moves up to 6th position. The 03 is coming to the front too, Brendan Queen. He stays ahead of Rhett Causey. Looks like Brad Hancock is closing in a little bit on Steve Kesey for the lead of this race in between turns 1 and 2. Looks like Brad's getting through the turns a little bit better than Steve Kesey, but once Steve gets into the gas, he leaves Brad a little bit further behind. Michael Edwards and Sparky West with a good battle. Sparky gets by in the 99. Michael Edwards is going to fight him a little bit, though, on the inside. Takes that position back. Spencer Saunders, he's trying to hang on to that 3rd position. He's got pressure, though. Brian May is coming in the 22. Cameron Patrick there in the 20. Not too far back, about 3 car lengths behind. 17 laps completed, trying to get to lap number 25, and Steve Kesey is still within about 2.5 to 3 car lengths ahead of Brad Hancock. Then it's about a half a straightaway back to the 7, Spencer Saunders. Brian May all over his back bumper. Then Cameron Patrick about 2 to 3 car lengths back. And Chris Rayford would be the next in line, who's come all the way from the rear of the field. He's had a great run tonight, hoping for another caution flag so he can catch up, as long as it's not him, and he's driving the 88. Rhett Causey up to 7th, and the 33, another guy that's done a great job to fight back from the spin on the first lap. He's in 7th. Brendan Queen, the 03 and 8. Joe Hendricks Jr., the 30 cars in 9th. Danny Wyatt in the top 10 in the 8 car. Getting down to the final 5 laps, and here goes Brad Hancock trying to make his move on Steve Kesey. Stays right with him at the exit of turn 4. Sees that big McDonald's logo on the back end of Steve Kesey. He dives on the inside with just a few laps to go. Now follows him at the exit of turn number 4. A couple of cars just ahead, but only 3 laps to go. Kesey holding off the challenge. Meanwhile, a spin and a crash over here between turns 1 and 2. It brings out the caution flag. Everybody gets on the brakes. Looks like that is Danny Wyatt. And Scotty Edwards. The 8 and the 81, they're fighting for 10th position when that happened. So we're going to have a little shootout here for the end of this race. And if it's anything like it was getting ready to look like it was going to be between Brad Hancock and Steve Kesey, it's going to be a great finish. Checking on Danny, making sure that he's all right. They'll get the car off the racetrack. Was it the 81? Scotty Edwards? We might have us a little eruption here as we get back underway with the final laps of the Legends race at Langley Speedway. Steve Kesey, Brad Hancock set to go. The green flag back in the breeze. We're underway for just a final couple of laps. Brad Hancock again gets into the back end of that zero just a little bit, enough to get him loose. Tries to close in again, looks to the inside. For the final lap, he slips a little bit between turns 3 and 4. This allows Steve Kesey to pull ahead just a little bit, about a car length and a half. Brad Hancock again closes in on the back end. We got a spin here on the front straightaway. The caution flag is out. 48 machine of Bobby Gobble bringing out the caution flag. This is going to be a quick one. Once again, all enduro drivers, make sure you are ready to go immediately following this race. That 50-lap race coming up next. Everybody gets lined up. The adrenaline is pumping a little bit. Steve Kesey, Brad Hancock up there in the top spot. Steve is pretty good on these restarts in the zero car. Green flag is back underway, and so are the race cars into the gas. And the top three right there together. Steve Kesey, Brad Hancock, and the 7 of Spencer Saunders. White flag now will be in the windshield of the zero of Steve Kesey. Final lap if he can hang on to it. Final chance for Brad Hancock to make any move he can on the zero car and make the pass. Closes in a little bit, but isn't enough. Down the back straightaway again, closes up to the back bumper between turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag is out. Who's it going to be? Steve Kesey over Brad Hancock and Spencer Saunders. Then Brian May and Chris Rayford with a great finish. Fights his way all the way back into the top 5 in the 88 car with a top 5 finish. Red Causey finishes 6th. Brendan Queen, the 03, is 7th. Joe Hendricks finishes in the 30 car in 8th. Michael Edwards, 9th in the 9 car. Sparky West, the 99, 10th. Danny Wyatt finishes in 11th in the 8. Sean Como, the 47, 12th. Bobby Gobble, the 48, 13th. Scotty Edwards finishes 14th after his crash. Cameron Patrick finishes the race in 15th after a problem. And Jamie, 08, Jamie Price, 16th. And we appreciate you coming out to Langley Speedway. The USAR race is coming up next weekend. We hope you can make it back for that. That's going to be one heck of a race. Thank you for spending your weekend with Langley. Still got a race to go, but let's take you down trackside.
There he is, Steve Kesey. Steve, good run, buddy.
Thank you. Man, that was a long race. We had that green flag run there. Started to get a little wore out. Luckily, I had a caution there at the end. Give us a little break. I want to thank my people from McDonald's are here. Jim Wheeler, JL, JKM Enterprises, Cycle City Corporation, Footsie's, Hampton Collision, my dad, Tommy, Danny, my wife, Dr. Peak for sponsoring tonight's race, Langley Speedway, the fans hanging out. I know we had to wait till after late miles tonight, but we try to put on a good show for y'all. Thank y'all.
Those last 3 starts, did you have any concern at all?
Oh, yeah. Well, we know Brad's one of the best ones on restarts, man, and he was shoving me all the way down the straightaway. We just had to hold our ground and let the tires get back warm again so we could go back at them again. It was tough.
But you did it.
Yeah. Thank y'all.
All right, your winner tonight, Steve Kazee.